Proverbs chapter 5 speaks about two paths in life, the path of folly and the path of wisdom. The path of folly is marked by giving in to temptation, especially sexual immorality. It promises pleasure but leads to pain and destruction. The path of wisdom, on the other hand, is marked by faithfulness, self-control, and a commitment to God's ways. This path may require sacrifice, but it ultimately leads to life, joy, and fulfillment. The chapter focuses on the dangers of adultery, using vivid imagery to portray its allure and consequences. It warns about the smooth words and enticing ways of the adulterous woman. The young man is strongly advised to guard his heart and mind against such temptations. This proverb is a timeless reminder that our choices have consequences. It encourages us to choose the path of wisdom, even when it's difficult. The chapter highlights the importance of making wise choices, particularly in relationships. It emphasizes the value of fidelity and the devastating effects of infidelity. The consequences of giving in to temptation are like bitter fruit. What might seem sweet and pleasurable at first quickly turns sour, leaving a bitter taste in your mouth. Imagine you see a delicious-looking cake. You know you shouldn't eat it because you're trying to be healthier, but the temptation is too strong. You give in and enjoy the cake in the moment, but later you feel guilty and regretful. This is similar to what happens when we give in to other temptations. We might enjoy the immediate gratification, but we're often left with negative consequences like guilt, shame, damaged relationships, and lost opportunities. Imagine a student who is tempted to cheat on a test. He might get a good grade in the short term, but he will likely feel guilty and miss the opportunity to learn and grow. The proverb uses the metaphor of a trap to describe the dangers of adultery. Just as an animal caught in a trap faces severe consequences, so too does the adulterer. The consequences of such actions are not only physical but also emotional, spiritual, and social. They can lead to broken trust, strained relationships, and a loss of reputation. Wisdom is like a protective shield that helps us resist temptation and make good choices. When we have wisdom, we can see the potential consequences of our actions before we take them. This foresight enables us to avoid pitfalls and make decisions that lead to long-term happiness and fulfillment. Think of a wise friend who advises you against making a risky investment. You might be initially disappointed, but later, when the investment fails, you're grateful for your friend's wisdom. Wisdom helps us to see beyond immediate gratification and consider the long-term implications of our choices. The proverb emphasizes that true wisdom comes from God. It encourages seeking God's guidance through prayer and meditation on His Word. It reminds us that God's ways are not meant to restrict us, but to protect us and lead us to a life of true joy and fulfillment. Seeking wisdom is like embarking on a treasure hunt. It requires effort, but the reward is invaluable. We can find wisdom in various places, in the pages of Scripture, through the counsel of wise and experienced mentors, and by observing the world around us and learning from our experiences. Start by reading the book of Proverbs. Each day, reflect on a few verses and consider how they apply to your life. Seek out mentors who embody wisdom and are willing to share their insights with you. Pay attention to the consequences of your choices and the choices of others. Learn from your mistakes and use them as opportunities for growth. The proverb also emphasizes the importance of self-control and discipline. It encourages the young man to find satisfaction and joy in his wife, rather than seeking it in the arms of another. It reminds us that true happiness comes from within and is cultivated through self-control and a commitment to what is right. Living a wise life is like investing in a high-yield savings account. The initial effort might seem demanding, but the long-term rewards are substantial. When we consistently choose the path of wisdom, we enjoy the fruits of integrity, strong relationships, a clear conscience, and the blessing of God. The proverb promises that those who heed its warnings will find life, meaning, and honor. It assures us that the path of wisdom, though challenging at times, is ultimately the path to true fulfillment. This doesn't mean that a wise life will be free of challenges, but it does mean that we'll be equipped to navigate those challenges with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. Choosing the path of wisdom is a decision you'll never regret. Embrace the wisdom found in Proverbs 5 and experience the transformative power it can have on your life. Remember, the journey of wisdom is ongoing. There will be times when we stumble, but the key is to get back up, learn from our mistakes, and continue seeking the path of wisdom.